Hi there, thanks for joining me. It's Ray with Tarot Living. So today I would like to review a beautiful new deck that's just been released. It's the Tarot de Croix. And it is created by Lisa de Croix. She is an artist from Santa Fe, New Mexico. She appears from her website. It looks like she's got a lot of artistic experience in her background and many exhibitions, and she teaches art, and by the look of her cards, you know, it just looks like she's got a lot of talent. So I'd like to review these cards for a couple of reasons. First of all, I've been quite fascinated watching the process of her completing the cards, which took over 4 years for her to hand paint, oil paint each and every card. And I think in the age of, you know, a lot of the digital art, it's just so beautiful to be able to watch a video on her YouTube channel of someone who's creating the art and all of the process that goes into that and all of the years of experience, you know, to be able to create a deck, an oil painted deck. So that's the first reason. And secondly, because she just has such a unique interpretation of some of the cards that it's well worth, you know, doing a review for this deck. So Tarot de Croix by Lisa de Croix. You can purchase it on her website, which I believe is Lisa de Croix or Tarot de Croix. I will put it on the bottom of the screen here. And as I say, if you want to check out some of her, the process of her painting, she's got a YouTube channel as well under her name. So here's the back of the card. I just want to show you that first, and it is reversible. So that's a really interesting back, and all of the cards are kind of in a terracotta sort of orange color in terms of the border around them, and that's because if you watch her video of how she paints them, it's actually part of her medium. So she's got a board, and then she does a kind of a terracotta color gesso, you know, on the board first, and then she goes ahead and sketches on and paints right onto it, and so the border is actually painted right in. So it's really, really interesting. So the quality of the deck is excellent. I was not sure, you know, you order the deck and you're just not sure what the quality is going to be like, because it's really important to me, and it was excellent. So here's the box, as I said or showed you previously. It's great. It's almost like a London blue box. It pulls right off, and the card stock is great, which is another really important factor for me. You can see that the card stock is not super thin. It's kind of medium, and it's got a kind of a moderate amount of lamination on it. And it's nice. I mean, they are definitely smooth cards. They're not non-laminated, but they're not over-laminated either. And nice, really nice quality. And it actually comes with a little book as well. And the book has color pictures in it, which I think is amazing. And a great little write-up that she's done herself. And the minor arcana are actually split into it actually starts with the numbers at the top, so it'll go through twos and what twos mean, and then all of the twos, threes, what threes mean, etc. These are the eights. And so the book is great. And the cards themselves, just the quality, the size is excellent. It's, you know, they're not too big, they're not small, they're just perfect. So I just want to show you a few of these cards that and you'll know what I mean about her kind of seeing it from a unique perspective. And I know just her process of how she did these was really interesting. So she would actually pull a card, because she reads tarot cards as well. She would pull a tarot card from the deck of whatever card she was going to actually paint for that week or during that 2 or 3 week period. So she would pull the card, and then she would meditate on the card and really look around at what symbols and what, you know, synchronicity was happening around her to really get an idea of how she was going to depict that card. So it was all very intuitive and very, she talks a lot about synchronicity and things that happened around her, or the things she was exposed to, you know, for that particular week or whatever it was that she was, you know, whatever time frame that she was painting it. So it's really interesting. So this one I absolutely love. This is the Seven of Cups. So we usually see the Seven of Cups that, you know, it's in the air and it's kind of a chalice, and so she's used it as, you know, teacups. And these are tea leaves in the cups, and the tea leaves are, you know, depicting various things that we want, our hopes and our wishes and our dreams and our fantasies. So we've got a heart at the top and a woman in the middle and various other things. There's a little animal in one of them. It looks like either an angel or some people over in one of them. So I just think that was brilliant, you know, just using teacups and tea leaves. Just so unique and so creative. And here's another one that I think is really interesting. This is the Four of Pentacles. So normally it's a fellow who's holding on to his pentacles, you know, very hard, like, you know, very sturdy and stable, and I'm not going anywhere and I'm not moving from my position kind of thing. But we all know that, you know, in order to grow, you have to move from your position kind of thing. So this is the Four of Pentacles. This is how she depicts it, as a child who's, you know, making sandcastles. And of course they're thinking, you know, everything's going to be formed and structured and I'm making these things. And of course we all know that, you know, everything has its ebb and its flow, and it's, you know, it changes. So we have to accept that things change. So we build them and they break down and we rebuild, and that's part of growth. And so of course the tide's going to come in and, you know, wash those away. So I think that was really interesting. And here's a great one as well. This is the Eight of Swords. The Eight of Swords is depicted, instead of a woman in the center, it's a raven, which is so interesting. And ravens can mean your mind and your thoughts and your mental workings. That's one of the meanings of raven. And they're just such smart, you know, wise, spiritual birds to me. And so I just thought that was a beautiful thing to put the raven in the middle. And, you know, in this sort of self-entrapment and, you know, self-imposed trap kind of thing. So that was really interesting. And here is one of the most beautiful cards in the deck. It is the Heirophant Card, and that is the Dalai Lama and Buddha. And she's made the Buddha green, which is the color of the heart chakra. And so she just talks about the spiritual leader and, you know, religious leader being someone who's, and you know, has an outpouring of love and kindness. And I just think that was a beautiful, beautiful depiction of that card. And here is the Wheel of Fortune. And so her depiction is that, you know, there's portions where we're going underwater, where we're really learning difficult lessons or challenging things, and then we come up, and part of the cycle is that we're out of the water, and those are very high points. And so I just thought that was a really, really neat interpretation as well. And then here are just a couple of the cards that I think are, that I think are beautiful. That's the Queen of Cups, just a really beautiful depiction and usage of water, and you know, the luscious green plant behind the woman. And here's Two of Cups, which is gorgeous. I love that card. And Ten of Cups, just an unusual and different interpretation, but yet, you know, so very, you know, appropriate. It's just great. I love that one. And here's one, the Moon, going underneath the water to reach the moon and not knowing, you know, is it a reflection, is it an illusion, you know, is it real, and going underneath the water to find out more about it, and you know, just investigating a little bit more and going deeper. And here's a card that I really love. Oops, sorry. There we go. The Nine of Swords is great because, and when you first look at it, it looks like just a normal, you know, interpretation of the Nine of Swords, but then you see that on one side of the wall, the swords are actually blinds, and then on the other side, they may be blinds or they're swords. And it's just such an interplay of images, I think, and I love that one. So there's so many that are unique, and so many that are beautiful, you know, gorgeous. The Sun card is on the front of the deck, and it is stunning, just a stunning card. So I am so excited about this deck because it is created, you know, from such love and such spirituality, I think. And if you check out her website and check out her YouTube channel, I'm sure that you will want to order a copy of this deck. It's just beautiful. So 2 thumbs up for this one. Stay tuned if you want to see an image of all of the cards in the Tarot de Saint Croix. Thanks for watching Tarot Living.